Welcome back. Again, my name is Alicia, and I'm the Director of Education here at the Laser Institute of Pinehurst. If you're watching this particular segment in our training, you should already be familiar with some of our different procedures that we have, especially our permanent hair reduction, as well as our dermal fillers, as well as our photo rejuvenation, and kind of as well as our mission and our slogan and what we are and what we kind of represent in our community as a whole. So to jump right back into where we left off, I wanted to bring up this portion of our brochure and talk to you about some of the things that's offered in the spa. You'll see on this panel here that we have spa services listed, and I want you to become familiar with the spa services listed because here on our facility we kind of have two sides of our office. As you come into our facility, you'll see we have the right side, the left side. One of our sides is going to be more of our medical procedures that are going to be done, such as the previous procedures that we've already talked about, our filler, our dermal injectables, our permanent hair reduction. All of our lasers are on this particular side of the facility. And then we've got our spa side, and I want you to know what goes on in our spa and what we want our spa to look like to our patients and to the community. So it's very important that you familiarize yourself with the facility. You've already personally had a tour, so you should know kind of where each room is and what's set up in each different room. And that should be something that you've already implemented in talking with your patients when you take them on tours. But I want to talk about the spa because I want you to know the ins and outs of what we have to offer. Of course, our initial consultation with either our laser technicians, our service providers, or our physician, every new patient will have had a consultation to kind of determine what it is that they need for their skin. Many times you'll have a patient who calls for a facial, and in that particular facial procedure, the esthetician will have gone over with them the different services that we have to offer. So what I want you to know as an office administration, or even as a training therapist, so that you know what takes place in our spa and what it looks like in that particular area. Our biggest and most sought after procedure is going to be our facial procedure. You'll see that in our guide, we have it listed in our price guide as a signature restorative facial. You'll actually see that as the very first thing mentioned. That's going to be a code that you're going to be very familiar with once we enter into the software portion of your training. So I want you to know that with the facial procedures, our licensed estheticians perform the facial procedures. We also are able to have licensed cosmetologists to perform facial procedures, as well as any waxing and any makeup applications that are needed. An esthetician, as she comes out of school, he or she comes out of school, what their core value, what they've been taught is facials, waxing, and makeup. Here at the Laser Institute of Pinehurst, us being a medical spa, we actually have a little bit of a more, a deeper edge. So we offer a little bit more advanced techniques. So you're going to see microdermabrasion, you're going to see dermaplaning, you're going to see chemical peels. Chemical peels are a huge part of our business. I like to start with chemical peels right now because that's going to be what's listed first and foremost in our spa brochure that our patients receive upon arrival. Chemical peels are obviously going to be great for collagen stimulation, for removing sun damage, helping refine pores, helping resurface the skin altogether. But chemical peels vary, and you need to know that as a teammate on our team, that we've got different degrees of chemical peels. We've got something that's a little more superficial, all the way to a very in-depth, deeper, heavier peel. So we need to let our patients know that we offer a variety. Chemical peels sometimes can be somewhat scary to a patient, to the idea of my skin falling off, I don't know what to expect. But if we can educate our patients and let them know that everyone, whether they have super hypersensitive skin or whether they have thick, very tough skin, everyone is a candidate for a peel in our practice. We just need to guide them and teach them which one that we need to do. We offer a boot camp to help with that. So make sure you tell your patients, tell them as they call in and they want to get on our schedule. We are here to help them. So we'll guide them, we'll lead them in the right direction. We'll kind of take them and say, this is what we feel is going to be best for you. But we're also going to listen to what their expectations are. We're going to listen, and then we're going to, I guess, basically provide to them what they've told us, what's best going to meet their needs, what's best going to give them the expectations that they're seeking after. So chemical peels is something that you want to definitely make sure that you mention it as a service that we offer here at the Laser Institute of Pinehurst. We have lunch and learns on a regular basis, and that's a hot topic. People like to talk about chemical peels. They like to know what their options are to get resurfacing and to get some anti-aging tips and tricks for the skin. So get yourself very familiarized with chemical peels, and we can have some one-on-one in-depth discussion and training and find out what peels would be good for you. We want you as an employee here to experience all that we have to offer. So we want to try to make sure that you are familiar with the peels, that you've had the peels, you can talk about the peels, you can actually make that one-on-one connection with that patient while they're here, while they're on the phone with you, and have our highest of special attention to that need of that patient possible. The next portion of our spa brochure you're going to see does lead kind of segue into our facials, our massage, and our skin treatments. And that's just to kind of give you a jumping off point to talk about, number one, that signature restorative facial. Let our staff, let our estheticians get a hold of that patient. So basically get them in as they're checking out on a service for something else. Ask them, have you had one of our signature restorative facials? Let me get you on the book for that before you leave. We have 3 different therapists that we can fit onto their schedule. So as far as the booking goes, there should never be a problem. Even if it's right now, I have an availability on my schedule right now for a signature restorative facial. Let them get our products on you. Let them kind of help you decide what we need to do to meet your skincare needs. Take ownership of your position. You're not just someone who's answering the phone. You're not just someone who is sitting up there, trying to get us through the day. You actually are helping keep this well-oiled machine running. You've always heard the expression, a chain is as strong as its weakest link. Let's not be the weakest link and think that we are, because we're not. We all come together and make this perfect picture take place. So we need you as office staff, whether your position is the office manager, whether your position is just the cleaning lady, you represent us in the community, and take pride in that, because we like what we've established, and we like the establishment that we've built, and we want you to feel at home. We want you to take ownership of that as well. So kind of jump on the bandwagon of the fact that we have been in business since 2006. We have an outstanding following. Our name is out there. Patients, they hear about the Laser Institute of Pinehurst, and they actually kind of recognize, oh, that's where Dr. Millie works. Oh, that's where Alicia works. And we like to have that. We want you to take that ball and just slam it for us. So keeping in mind that with those facial procedures, that's going to give that patient the opportunity to be introduced to our skincare lines, to be introduced to our staff, to be introduced to the fact that we like to keep progress. We'll take their pictures. We'll get them on skincare that actually will cause changes in the skin. So with that being said, I want you to make sure that you've got your consultation goals and ideas down. If you've already had your consultation with us and know what you want to have done, what you want to know more about, that would be the best way for you to do it. This will end this particular section of our training, but knowing that we're getting ready to kind of dive into what we've been talking about, those products that we've kind of mentioned several times. I really want you to get familiar with the products, and that's going to come as you continue your progress in your training. But this will be nice to have something to kind of, when you're feeling a little overwhelmed and you've kind of, what did we talk about in the meeting yesterday? Go back to your training videos, watch them over and over, because you basically can't know too much. So thanks.